What's up guys, it's James here, and in today's video I want to talk to you about the most profitable Airbnb management niche for complete beginners. Anyone who is new to Airbnb management or doesn't have any experience yet managing other people's properties on Airbnb. What is the most profitable place that you can get started? Now, before diving into it, if you're interested in learning more about this topic, then just take a quick second and click that subscribe button down below. Subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified when we post new videos twice every week that will help you to grow a profitable Airbnb management company. Also, if you're new to the channel here and you like this video, hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button. It really does help me out tremendously with YouTube's algorithm. So without further ado, let's get into it. And I want to talk to you about one niche in particular that I have seen to be the most successful and the most profitable amongst beginners. And that niche is the niche of real estate investors. Now, if you're familiar with any of the other videos on the channel, you'll know what I'm referring to when it comes to niches, but for anyone who is new to the channel, I just want to go over it really briefly here with you and give you a quick kind of 30-second synopsis. Basically, your niche is the specific types of properties and property owners that you decide to work with. We choose a niche when managing properties on Airbnb and short-term rental so that we can focus on a specific group of customers with a specific set of pain points. And so all that means is that we're just picking a specific group of people to work with, and the most profitable one for beginners, from my experience, is to work with real estate investors. Now, the reason to that can seem kind of obvious to some people, but basically it's just that real estate investors are primarily focused on the bottom line. If you compare that to, for example, vacation homeowners, they're oftentimes going to want to do things that are contradictory to earning the most profit possible. For example, they prefer to be more selective with the guests coming into their homes because at the end of the day, this is their vacation home. It's their second home. It's not an investment property for them. And so they're more concerned about maintaining a high level of guest quality as opposed to just squeezing every single drop of juice out of the orange, so to speak. Whereas real estate investors are really just going to want to fill that property up at the best possible rates and make the most money. So not only does that give you full reign to make as much money as possible on every single property that you manage, it also means that because that's their goal and that's their main objective, their main focus, it's going to require a lot less hands-on management from you. At the end of the day, if a property owner gets a really great return each month and they get proper detailed reporting of all the performance of the property, they're going to be satisfied. They don't typically need a lot of additional communication. They don't really need to be catered to too much. The hands-on aspects of management are pretty minimal. Now, one of the great advantages of this niche as well is that it lends itself really well to what I talk about in some of the other videos on the channel here, which is called pre-check-in management. Now, pre-check-in management is a way to manage properties completely remotely. You can do it in a different city, a different state, completely independent from where you actually live, and you end up doing a lot less. All the work you do is completely online. You're basically just in charge of making sure that property gets booked for the top dollar values possible and doing some light guest communication. And so either one of those different service offerings to the right group, which in my experience, real estate investors are a really great place to get started if you're a beginner. That's going to lead to a very profitable business and one that you don't have to spend a tremendous amount of time managing. Now, if you want more details on exactly how to get started working with real estate investors and actually building a business and finding them, getting their properties under management and earning up to, $600, $800, $1,000 per property per month, completely risk-free without buying or renting any properties, just click the link in the description down below and check out the free training that we've got that walks you through all of that in detail. Now, so there are some other niches that I do highly recommend people look into. By no means is this the only niche that works well. Depending on where you're located, you can have a lot of success with, for example, high-end luxury properties or vacation homeowners, properties in the mountains, any number of different niches you can think of. And take, for example, the high-end luxury properties. Well, you're typically going to earn a lot more income on every single property that you manage. Your average income per property is likely to be much higher. If you're in the right area, if you choose the right area, you can find properties that will bring in upwards of $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 per month, meaning that your payout, your management fees can be as high as $2,000 per property per month. Now that's really fantastic. It's an exceptionally profitable niche to be in when you look at the income that you're generating per property. Now that being said, you are going to have to put additional legwork into managing those properties because high-end luxury property owners are going to want a more bespoke, a more tailored service to them. They're going to have bigger needs. They're going to have more, there's going to require more involvement than just your standard real estate investor. So when you're trying to pick a niche when you're just getting started, the place that I recommend people start, there's a number of ways to pick the right area and look at the different regulations, look at the different income potential. Again, we talk about that more in the free training link down below. But one of the things I highly encourage everyone to do is just to take an inventory of your own strengths and weaknesses. If you happen to be someone who is very analytical, very data-driven, not so much inclined towards interpersonal, relationship orientation, then you're probably going to lend yourself well to working with real estate investors. If, on the other hand, you're really detail-oriented, you love relationship building, and you have an eye for all the fine details, then high-end luxury properties might be a great niche for you. You want to pick a niche that really works well and complements and highlights your strengths rather than trying to pick a niche that you think is going to be the most profitable but that you're ultimately not really well suited for when you're kind of always going to be out of your element managing those types of properties. So again, I hope this video has been really helpful to any of you who are maybe thinking about starting out. If you want more details, just again, click the link down below. It's an absolutely free training. You can go to the next page, register for that training, select a time, and you'll be in there in the training room completely free. And we're gonna walk through step by step exactly how you can actually implement this and start earning a consistent monthly income from managing other people's properties on Airbnb and short-term rental. Again, if you wanna get more of these videos, if you wanna learn more about exactly how to do this, then also just click that subscribe button down below. Subscribe to the channel. We post 2 new videos every single week to keep you up to date and give you all the skills you need to have success with your Airbnb management. If you like this video, if you got value from it, just give it a thumbs up, click that like button, and I'll see you in the next video.